Hi, so I find myself here at a place called the Warwickshire, which is not too far from where I live. Absolutely stunning venue, 36 holes, lovely driving range, par 3 course, hotel, spa, everything like that. So wonderful venue, and I've been invited here today by Tony, one of the GMs here, and I'm just going to play the back nine on it's called the Earl's course. There's a King's course and the Earl's course. So I'm just playing the back nine here today. It's quite early in the morning, so I thought I'd get out early and shoot this video for you guys to have some fun with. I'm going to try something a little bit different today. On some of the holes I'm going to do what's called a risk and reward shot. So I'm going to give myself two options. I'm going to use two golf balls and let's see which gives us the best score. I don't know which holes they'll be on. I'll just as I go around, I'll just kind of find different situations and play these shots from these different situations. So the first hole here is 570 yard par 5, so it's actually the 10th hole. It's my first hole. Looks fairly innocuous, but bunkers down the left, mounds down the right. Looks like it doglegs slightly left to right. So let's give this a go. I haven't really had too much of a warm-up this morning, but let's have a go and see what happens. So I'm just going to hit my driver down here. So that's just gone down the middle. I'll take that one for the first shot. Let's walk up there, go and find it, and then see what shot faces us. So I've just found my golf ball. It's in the middle of the fairway, thankfully. I've still got quite a way to go up on here on this 10th, this par 5. So there's bunkers slightly hiding down the right hand side. So what I'm going to do is just play a little bit left of those. I've got a number 2 rescue club. I'm not really warmed up at the moment, so I'm just going to nudge this down there, just keep it down the left slightly if I can. That'll leave me a relatively simple approach shot looking at it, so let's just knock this one up the left. So I tried to hit it left, but it's actually leaked off to the right. Doesn't look like it's caught the bunker. Just felt a bit stiff, that swing. Didn't really release the club very well, and that's just leaked it right. So let's go and see if it's either in the bunker or if I've got a different approach shot into the green. So I've just found my golf ball and got incredibly lucky, and it's finished literally just short of the trap. Probably not the best place to have hit it for my second shot, but we are where we are. So I've just lasered this out and I've got 128 to the flag. Now I don't feel that warm yet, it's still early. I haven't warmed up enough, so my muscles are not feeling loose and elastic at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit a 9-iron. I'd normally probably hit wedge to that pin, but I just don't feel like it's enough club. So I'm going to hit 9-iron. The pin looks like it's slightly tucked on the right behind some bunkers. So in my head it says, you know, go for the flag, but I'm actually going to favour slightly left side of the pin, just in case I do miss-hit it. It should still carry on to the green. So let's play this one. Might need a couple of swings just to get warmed up. So I'm going to go fractionally left of the flag and see what happens. Okay, so it didn't go left of the flag, it actually went right of the flag, but it's enough club, it's carried the bunker and it should be on the back of the green. So let's see if we can two-putt that for a par. Walk off, first hole done, I'll take that one. So it looks like my third shot got a little bit lucky. It's just carried the bunker and finished on the front of the green. So it doesn't look like I've got too long a putt to see if I can get this for a birdie. Feels like it's going to break slightly right to left, and I don't know if you can notice here, but the green has still got quite a bit of dew on it, so it'll definitely play a bit shorter. Anyway, let's give this a go, see if we can start the day with a birdie. Well, yeah, that was slightly slow, just due to the dew, and not the best putt I've ever played, but should be a tap in 5. Let's do that and get on to the next hole. So this is the 11th hole on the Earls. Beautiful hole, par 3, water, lake, pond, if you want to call it that, down the right hand side. Bank kicks the ball towards the lake, well surrounded by bunkers, but a fairly generous green. I've just lasered this and it says 146 to the flag. Feels slightly into a gentle breeze today. I wouldn't say it's a strong breeze. So I've got my 8 iron. Should be enough to get me up there, but let's hit this one and see what happens. Well, not a great golf shot. That's gone off to the right. I think it's too far right to miss the bunkers, but not quite far enough right to go in the water. Swings feels a little bit tight this morning. Definitely should have warmed up more than I have done, but let's go and see what shot faces us and see if we can chip and putt to make a par. So after the tee shot, I found myself to the right hand side of the green, got a bunker facing me, pins the other side of the green. Now this is one of the examples where I want to do a risk and reward shot. So instinctively I feel like I want to fly this up in the air and get it to come down fairly softly and stop pretty quickly, but my kind of golfing brain is saying, well, that's a more difficult shot to play. So what I've done is I've got my lob wedge and I've got my normal sand wedge. I'm going to play this in 2 different ways. So the first one I am going to go high and try and stop it near the pin, but the second one I'm just going to play a fairly standard sand wedge shot, just land this on the front of the green and run it up to the flag, and I just want to see which one gives us the best result, because unless we try these things we'll never know. So this is my original ball. This one I'm just going to go for a slightly higher shot, just to see if we can get this to land soft and stop. So nice and relaxed with your setup. Okay, I'm on a bit of a downhill lie here, so that's gone up. It stopped really quickly. That's about probably 8 foot, a little bit left of the flag. So now let me play a fairly standard sand wedge shot. So I'm not going to try and lift it. I'm going to allow the loft of the club to do all the lifting for me. All I've got to do is gently move this forward, so it's going to come out a lot lower and just run up towards the pin. So let's see what happens with this one. Okay, I've slightly underhit that one, but I think safety wise that is a lot safer shot to play from this situation. Just enough loft to lift it onto the edge of the green and get it to run up towards the flag. So I'll have a putt. I'm going to put these ones out. I don't need to show you the putt. Then we'll move on to the 12th. So sadly on the 11th I didn't make a par putt, so I walked off there with a bogey. Actually just slipped out with the second shot that I played, the sand wedge that was a little bit lower, and it ran easier than the first one, but nevertheless I still made bogey with both golf balls. Now we're on the 12th hole, just over 400 yards, slight dogleg right to left, trouble down the left and the green's left, so you'd really want to avoid going left on this hole. Quite a bit of room to the right, so really the safe shot from here is right side of the fairway. There's like it almost looks like a dead tree in the distance, which almost is a natural landmark that I want to aim for, so I'm going to go towards that, and I don't mind if the ball just drifts off that one to the right slightly. So let's hit this tee shot down there, see where we end up. So it started off at that tree, it's just drifted off to the right. Shouldn't leave too long a second shot into the hole. Let's go and find it, see what happens. So my ball has finished pin high here on the 12th. I haven't got a massive amount of green to play with from here. Although there's nothing in front of me, the worst thing that I can do from here is try and land this short through this longer grass and hope that it runs out. So I need to take that out of the equation and carry it over that one, but I still need to stop the ball relatively quickly. So what I'm going to do on this shot, a slightly specialist shot, is I'm going to choose my 58-degree wedge, and I'm going to use the butterfly grip, which I've spoke about in some other videos, where I do a strong left hand and a weak right hand. And what I'm trying to do is really work the loft under the ball, puts a bit more spin on the shot, and should slow it down quite quickly. So the ball sat quite nice. I'm just choosing my butterfly grip now. Let's play this one. So I'm really going to make sure that I release the golf club. Let's see if we can just get a little bit of check on this one. See if we can get this one close. Okay, so that pulled up really quite quickly. It's left me probably a 2-3 footer for par. So this is another beautiful hole here. The 13th hole, par 3. I've just measured it. It says 147 from where I am, but it looks like on this hole, if they wanted, they could eke this out to 180, 190. This hole, if you put them right off the back tees. But pins tucked on the right hand side. I'm not sure whether you could see that on the camera. Safe shot is go for the middle of the green, and if the ball drifts a little bit right towards the flag, that's fine. I've got an 8-iron. It's a fairly standard 8-iron for me. Let's aim for the middle of the green, and if it drifts a bit right, that's absolutely fine. Get up. So again, another shot where I've held the club face open. I've done that a few times today, so definitely should have warmed up better. It's finished just over the bunker. It's not in deep trouble, but it's going to leave me a tricky chip shot from there because I've short-sided myself. So again, this could be one of those shots where I have to go up and try and stop the ball quite quickly. So let's go and play it. So not a successful round so far, but that's life. Let's go and find it and see what happens. So a slightly different camera angle on this one. I wanted to kind of show the flight of the golf ball and what it does when it lands. So I'm on an uphill lie. I've not got a great deal of green to work with. I've chosen my 58-degree lob wedge. So this one, I'm just going to float this up in the air, try and get it to stop relatively quickly. So everything's kind of going for me in terms of getting the ball to go up and to get it to stop because I'm on this uphill lie. Remember, I don't like to see people leaning back into the slope downhill because that's really going to affect your centre of gravity. Very easy to hit behind the ball and thin it. So I'm just going to keep my body nice and level. The ball's sitting okay. I've got plenty of loft on the golf. Just a quick wrist set in the backswing, and let's just pop the club underneath the golf ball and see if we can get it to stop. So just come up a fraction short of the hole, but it had the desired shape on it, so it went up in the air, stopped nice and quickly. Needed a little bit more speed through impact, but I think that was the right kind of shot in this situation. So I'm on the 14th hole now, 375 from where I'm stood. It goes back to over 400 this hole if they choose to. Dogleg right to left. Trouble down the left, so just in front of the tee there's a great big pond. So for some people that would be really intimidating, but thankfully that kind of doesn't come into the equation for myself. Again, suicide if I go left here, so that would be a really poor golf shot. There's loads of room down the right hand side. There's kind of a bush over here, so that's going to be my natural mark. So I'm going to go just right edge of that bush, hit it down the fairway. Let's play this one normally. Now what I've just done from the last green to this tee, I've just given myself a little talking to. I don't feel that I'm swinging the golf club anywhere near as well as I should be doing today, just not releasing the club. So what I'm going to concentrate on, certainly with my iron shots, it seems more prevalent with those than my driver, is I'm going to make sure that I'm releasing the butt of the golf club properly. So I feel that the butt of the club is slightly towards my left pocket with my iron shot, so that's leaving the face wide open. So I'm going to concentrate on the butt of the club and get that pointed back to the belt buckle a lot quicker than it's feeling at the moment, and that should start to straighten my shots up quite quickly. So let's just play this one. Nice easy golf shot, this one. So that was just a much better golf shot. That was a much better flight, slightly lower flight. I released the club better. That will have gone a bit further. So maybe that talking to from the tee to this, from the green to this tee's working. So let's see if we can put that into practice on the next one. So this is the 15th hole, not overly long, just about 360-ish, something like that from here. I'm into a slight breeze. Now I can't remember this hole, it's been quite a while since I played here, but looking towards the green, it's just a straight hole, but looking towards the green, there looks to be a dip, and it wouldn't surprise me if there's a little pond hiding down there. That's short of the green to test the second shot. So I don't feel I want to give this full power, and I feel like I want to flight the ball a touch lower than normal. So what I'm going to do is move the ball back in my stance slightly, and I'm going to level my shoulders out. So with driver we often put the ball forward and there's a slight angle in the shoulder upwards. So this one I'm going to move the ball back, level out my shoulders, and that will just de-loft the club a touch for me and flight this shot a touch lower than I'm used to. So yeah, ball's just forward of centre, I would say, from here. So let's see if we can nudge this one down the middle, so a little bit lower ball flight than normal. Okay, so it did come out lower. Again, I've left the club face open, which is a bit annoying today. I still need to release the butt of the club quicker, but it's absolutely fine down there, so it should leave me a nice shot in for the second one. So thankfully my golf ball actually carried this bunker, but I thought, again, for the purpose of this video, we want to do that risk and reward shot. So I've brought it back into this bunker, and I've got about 167 to the flag. Now in front of me is a great big pond that is protecting the green, just as I thought when I was stood on the tee. The pin is tucked on the left hand side of the green, so anything short towards the flag is going to end up in the water, and that's going to cost me a penalty. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the risk and reward. I'm going to play the first one with a sand wedge and play it short of the pond, pitch it onto the green, see if we can make 4. But the second one I'm going to play with a 5-iron, so I'm slightly into a breeze still today, and I want to make sure that I carry the water. However, there is trouble over the back of the green as well. So what we'll do first, I'll play the first one with the sand wedge and the second one with a 5-iron. So this one I'm just going to lay up short, probably about a 60-70 yards bunker shot for me, so everything's pretty standard for this one. Nice easy swing. So that's come up nice and short of the trouble, should stop pretty quickly with that one, which it did. So that'll leave me a relatively short shot into the flag, but let's see what happens if we do the risky shot. So I don't like to put my club grip in the sand, so I've just stuck it on a little T-peg for this. So let's go at the flag. Let's make sure I release the club head this time. Little bit of a dig in with the feet, make sure I've got a nice stable footing. I'm just going fractionally down the grip because I don't want to hit too much sand. I'm firming up my grip pressure just a little bit to shorten my muscles, again to avoid trying to go into that sand. But let's see if we can play a proper golf shot towards that flag. Will this risk pay off? So I've absolutely flushed that one out of there, and it's finished over the pond, thankfully. It's just off the edge of the green, but that should leave me a far simpler chip shot. I have to say, heart was in my mouth a little bit on that one because I did pull it fractionally, but it's over the trouble and it should be nice and safe. So playing a little bit more club has paid off. My instinct was to hit a 6-iron, but I thought I'm going to hit one more, especially out of this sand, and that's come out all right. So let's see what happens with the first shot I played and then the second one, see which gives me the best score. So hopefully now you can see the pond that was protecting this green, quite a big pond actually. I've just lasered this again. I've got 95 left to the flag. It's probably going to be about 80 to carry the water, so the water shouldn't come into play from here. But this is it would be my third shot, and this was the safety shot that I played. So I've got a sand wedge here. Let's just nudge this one up towards the pin. So again, fairly typical of today's efforts. I've left the club face open. It's finished on the green, but I've got a fairly lengthy putt for par. But let's go and see where the second ball that hit out of the bunker is finished. Looks like it's just off the green on the left-hand side, but that should give me a lot easier chance for par. So I've just arrived at the second ball that I played, which is literally just finished off the green. The chip shot or the pitch shot that I hit in after the second shot of the kind of safety shot is just over the other side of the green, so probably got about 20-25 foot putt from over there, and I've got a similar kind of length chip from here. So let's chip this one towards the flag. Again, I don't want to get my grip wet, so I'll just rest it on a T-peg. Just a relatively straightforward chip shot, this one. A little bit uphill, nothing really in the way. Well, dare I say, I almost fancy this chip shot. This would be a nice 3. Didn't allow for the slope, so it's just a bit short, just kicked right. So yeah, about 20-25 foot putt, moving right to left this one. Again, this green has just been cut, so it should be a bit quicker than the first few. Really nice surface actually. Just needs to go a bit short again. So that's going to be a what's that? That's going to be a 5 then. There with the safety shot, but see if we can pop this one in for 4 for the risky shot. There we go, so it's just popped in so the risk shot has paid off again, so a nice 4 for the risky one and a 5 for the safety shot. So it's looking like today the risk shots are paying off. So on the 16th hole, again, it looks a fairly strong hole, this one. Bunker left, bunker right, protecting it. It looks like the natural shot, you want to go over the right-hand bunker, but obviously it's been put there for a reason, so it's definitely in a catchment area. The wind's slightly behind me on here. Not a lot of wind, but there is a little bit behind me. So I'm going to risk this one. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to try and fly it over the right-hand bunker. I'm going to put the ball slightly forward in my stance. I'm going to angle my shoulders a little bit more upwards just to hit this a fraction higher than I would do normally. See if we can catch a bit of this wind and take this down that hole a touch further. So the ball's a little bit further. I'm just angling my shoulders upwards ever so slightly, still keeping a relaxed grip. I'm going to work on that club head release on this one, and let's see if we can shorten this hole by a fair bit. Okay, so that's had, for me, the full treatment. It's gone perfectly over the top of that bunker. I've no idea what's over there, but hopefully that one's going to be perfect for the next shot into the greens. So I've just found my golf ball, fairly typical, cut off too much corner, put myself in the semi-rough uphill lie. I've got 162 to the flag, a little bit downwind. Now, had I been a bit more sensible off the tee, hit it, touched to the left, it could have landed on the fairway and had a bit more roll on that one. But hey, we are where we are. Slightly awkward stance, so the ball's a little bit above my feet and on a fraction of an uphill lie. So a slightly awkward one, this one, very easy to miss hit. So again, what I'm going to do is make sure my centre of balance is perfect. So I'm kind of hanging the club from my belly button. I want that to hang nice and centred. So if I start to lean back off this slope, my weight goes way too much towards my right foot, makes you either hit behind the ball or pull it. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to keep myself really centred. My left knee's bent a little bit more than my right one, so my right leg's straighter to allow for the slope. Again, fairly straightforward shot, not too much trouble down towards the green, just hitting a 7-iron. Again, let's see if I can release the club on this one, get it going towards the flag. Come out a peach, that's heading right towards the flag. Let's have a look. Right, pitch the middle of the greens. That's probably got a little bit of a flyer on that one. Looks like it carried about 170, but I'm on the green, 2 putts for par. So this is where my ball has finished on the green. I'm just going to stride it to see how long a putt we've got. Let's have a go. 1, 2, 10 strides to the hole, a little bit downhill from here, and it looks like there's a little bit of a high point over here and a low point over there, so it looks like this is going to drift from right to left on first appearance. So this is for birdie. When I was on the tee, I just checked the yardage. This hole's 434, so quite a strong hole again, this one. Let's see if we can get this one towards the hole. Just not hit it again. I played a course yesterday and the greens were really quick, and I've just not adjusted quick enough, unfortunately. It didn't have a practice putt, so let's see if we can just pop this in for a little 4. There we go. So we've got a nice safe par on the 16th hole. 2 holes. So on the 17th hole, 343 yards, dogleg left to right. Big pond down the right hand side, trouble down the left hand side. So not an overly long tee shot required, but you certainly need to put this in the right place by the looks of things. A little bunker down there that I can see tucked in to capture a drive as well. So I'm going to aim a touch left and try and fade this one, see if we can get this one into play quite nicely. So let's aim a little bit left, touch of fade. I took too much off that really. I just felt like I got the wrong club, and it's gone right. It should be okay, but again, quite a weak shot today. So you know what, sometimes when we play it doesn't go to plan, but we can always come back again tomorrow and have another go. This on the golf course is not the best place to work on your golf swing. So after this round, I'm going to go into the range and hit some golf balls on there, just to get the feeling back again that I'm missing on the course today. I just don't feel I'm releasing the club anywhere near as well as I normally do. But hey, that's life. Let's go find it, see if we can make a par, and then play the last, see if we can finish in glory. My tee shot's okay. I've got a sand wedge left towards the flag. Pin is tucked right behind a bunker, so anything short of that is going to leave me in the bunker. So I've got enough club to get me over that one. So fairly straightforward golf shot from here. I would have ideally liked to have been a bit further left off the tee, but we are where we are. So let's play this one towards the flag. Yeah, so that's finished on the green, probably about 10-15 foot away from the hole. So let's see if we can nudge that one towards the hole, maybe drop it in for a birdie. This is what I've got left for birdie. A little bit right to left, slightly uphill. Green's running down this direction, but we've got a chance for birdie on the 17th. So let's give that a clean. Make sure that's all okay. Come on, let's give this a chance. Let's get it up towards that hole. Had a chance of going in, so unfortunately didn't make my 3 on 17, but let's go and play the 18th here at the Earls at the Warwickshire, and let's see if we can finish in glory. Last hole for me today, so this is the 18th on the Earls, par 5, 534 yards from here. Looks like it's a slight dogleg right to left. Big trees on the left hand side, so they must be avoided. Plenty of room down the right. There's a little black and white marker down there. I'm going to aim towards that one. Let's see if we can give this one a bit of a ride and finish in some glory. So looks like that's absolutely split the fairway, so that's going to give me a great chance for birdie on this last hole. That was a much better tee shot for me. Par 5, got a chance to get it up towards the green for 2. Lots of bunkering down the right hand side, which is going to cause some problems. Bunkers down the left. So I feel like I want to favour the right side of the flag, but I do want to give this a go. It's my last hole. I've got nothing to lose, so let's see if we can do the risk shot. So this is going to have full treatment from me. I don't feel I've got enough club to get up there, but you never know. Let's see if we can make a proper golf swing and send it towards that flag. Well, it's going straight towards it. Kick left. Just can't see where it's finished today, but that's definitely up towards the green. So let's find it and see if we can make birdie. As expected, I didn't think that I could get up here today in 2. Now, this isn't a shot that I would normally play from here. I'd normally play a little wedge in, land it just short and let it pop in, but I was just reminded of Todd Hamilton. Remember when he won the Open Championship, he got really good at playing a little rescue club off the green. So there's nothing in front of me, it's nicely cut grass, so the apron of the green is really nice. So for a little bit of fun on the last, I'm going to play a little chip and run shot using my rescue club. I'm aiming a bit to the right of the hole. Let's see if we can run this up onto the green. Remember to stand close and tall. We don't want to stand like we would do hitting a normal rescue club. Let's see if we can run this one up towards the flag. Go on a little bit more. Oh, it's not bad, it's not bad. Giving myself a chance for birdie, but have this put left for glory. Always nice if you do finish with a birdie, it definitely brings you back next time. A little bit uphill, fraction right to left. Let's give it a chance. See if we can finish with a nice birdie 4. That'll do. So that's a birdie on the last to finish here at the Warwickshire. So I must say a massive thank you to the Warwickshire for allowing me to come here and play the back 9 on the Earls course today. Thank you to Tony who's organised this one. Hopefully we're going to meet up and have a coffee and a little catch up when I finish this round. I'd also like to thank the staff in the clubhouse. They were great with me. They looked after me, showed me where to go. So again, I'm much appreciated from those guys. Now I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'm certainly going to make more of these in the future. But if you want to take your game to another level, you really should be subscribing to propergolfing.com. On there I've got a library full, hundreds of videos on there that will help you with all aspects of the golf game. You'll also get coaching from myself on a monthly basis, as well as an invite to a weekly Zoom webinar that I host. Now again, if you'd like this video, please subscribe to the channel and share this with your friends, as we know that it's going to help their golf. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye.